Hi, sweet family. We have been doing a series of basic kitchen herbs for the last couple of weeks. So, today we are going to be continuing that series because I have a few more herbs to go through, and these are just regular kitchen herbs that you would find in your kitchen that we cook with every day. Some people cook with it, some people don't. More people are know it about it now than before. So we are going to be discussing the herb that we're going to be discussing today is going to be parsley. And I did a video up there probably I think over a year ago or something like that on parsley already. So I'm not going to go into too much detail today. But parsley has always been a staple in Barbados because people grow it in their kitchen gardens. I grew it in my kitchen garden when I was home. And it grew really well, beautiful. I like the curly parsley because the curly parsley is the regular one, and then they have this flat leaf parsley that I wasn't used to, so I don't really like it. Maybe it does the same thing, but sometimes when we are accustomed to something, we just stick with what we are accustomed to. And that flat leaf one is basically the Italian. I think it is the Italian one. And, parsley now has been around for, and this is what I tell you all the time, for thousands of years, for over 2,000 years. And it was noticed or originated in Greece and England. I'm going to be going through like some of the benefits and all of that. I remember my grand, she used to, and I always have to give you all a story. My channel has always been like that, and I never change. I want you all to know that these are things that I have always dealt with in my life. But once again, not really knowing quite of all the importance of it. All I used to hear is that it's good for you. So and then we are gonna make a parsley tea, and I'm gonna show you my parsley, and I have a parsley tincture there that I will show you as well. It's so beautiful. It's beautiful and green, and all right, so getting back to my story with my gran. She, in her seasonings, and I do the same thing because I make all my seasonings from scratch. So I put parsley not only in my seasoning, but I put it in my Cajun pepper sauce as well. I think I put it in there sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I just put the chives. But parsley has so much medicinal benefits along with culinary benefits, because we normally would use it in our culinary meals. We use parsley also to decorate the food. Like if you have a nice salad, you use it to decorate the salad. If you want to make something look nice, you put a few sprigs of parsley on there, and it is awesome. And what I always say is that people eat with their eyes, and that was something that my mom taught me a long time ago, that people eat with their eyes. So sometimes you just do little things to make things look pretty. I do not have any of the fresh parsley today, but I'm definitely going to show you my dry one that I have that is, is basically the same thing. When I want fresh seasoning, when I want fresh parsley, what I do is, I probably might want it for just if I do my salad or my green juice, I put that in my green juice as well when I'm mixing my juice. And I have to make that for you because a young lady said in the comments that she wanted me to make my green juice so that so that y'all can see. So the next time I'm making my green juice, I will definitely bring y'all in the kitchen for that. So let's go through some of the benefits now. Ladies with cramps and PMS, it helps alleviate those things. But that is the first thing. But the next thing I want to say first, before I go any further. Now, parsley is a thing that if your body is not accustomed to it, you need to test it first and see how it makes you feel, all those things, because I'm not a medical doctor. I just am a person that loves herbs. I've been studying them for quite a number of years. I did a small herbalism course and all kinds of stuff like that. And then I have my herbal books that if I need to know anything, I have quite a few herbal books that if I need to know anything, I research from my own books or I do my research on the internet. So if you are not used to herbs, just find out from your doctor, or if you are suffering with any underlying issue that parsley might affect, then don't use this herb. But all right, so it helps with that, with the cramps and all kinds of stuff like that. And then another way that it is good for us as well, it is good for the eyes. Like for me, that is over 60 years old, that would need, because I need my glasses to see fine print and all those things. So it is good for macular degeneration. So it stops your eyes basically from constantly getting worse. But I am hoping that someday I don't need the glasses anymore. And that's the truth, because it is so frustrating when every time you want to see fine print of something, you need to put on your glasses. Very frustrating. I don't need, my eyes are my eyes are good and things like that at night and all that, but just putting on the glasses just to see fine print. So it's quite annoying. And it is anti-inflammatory and it is antioxidants. And things that are antioxidants, they help your body fight against those bad free radicals that are floating all around in the air. So, but I'm going to list up there the rest of things that it is as well, other than the anti-inflammatory and the antioxidant. And it also helps, or I should say it contains vitamin K. And vitamin K, for those of you that are still confused about that, is that helps with the bones, that helps with bone health. And I find that when you're getting older too, like I used to notice back home in Barbados, I used to notice that a lot of people, after a while, their feet will be normal and straight, but then after a while, their feet will start turning in and their knees will start knocking together and all kinds of stuff like that. And growing up, I always used to wonder why that was. And part of it, but obviously the other part would be like calcium and all that, because we don't, the calcium in our body doesn't stay in the body like how it used to when we were younger, and that's why we get the thinning of the hair, and it's just a whole mess. Whole set of things start happening to us when we get older. So the vitamin K, it helps with bone health, the bone structure, it helps with that. And it, I used to hear about rickets. I think it was rickets disease when I was growing up, and I never knew or understand what that was. But when we lack certain nutrients in our body, that's what happens. And it is rich in iron as well, so it helps, to combat anemia. So if you're suffering from anemia, you can use some parsley. You just gotta use it. If you don't want to use a tincture, you don't want to use certain things, just do it in the normal tea. Put it in your smoothies, your juices, something. But just so that you could get that in. And, as I said, I grew up doing all these things without even realizing. I just knew that I love parsley without even realizing how good it was for you. So it also contains vitamin C, which boosts the immune system. So I have a paper right here just in case I forget anything. But even if it's something that I did not say in the actual video itself, I'm going to put it in the body. So vitamin A, vitamin A is good for your eyes, it's good for the retina in your eyes, like I said earlier. And just remember, there are a couple of scripture verses in the Bible that tells us that we were given these herbs for food and medicine. So if we were given these herbs for food and medicine, we need to be using them and getting them in our diet. Because even if our diet is not that great, we need to get away from the fast foods. But even if our diet is not that great, which we probably should strive to make it better, we still need to get these things in our system. So the Most High, the Spirit, has given us these things. And as another thing I would say is health is wealth and prevention is better than cure. So it is a good diuretic. So it helps if you are retaining excess water or something like that, just right here you can find something that would help with that. That's why I'm doing these basic kitchen herbs, right? Because I have my herbs here, and this one is not parsley, but this is like black pepper. So the point I'm making is that for your basic kitchen herbs, the older generation, if we were sick, or even going back in my grandmother's time, if we were sick, they would find something in the ground or in the kitchen to give us. They just knew what to give us to make us feel better than to have to be running to the drugstore every minute. So, and along with that, it helps to flush the kidneys. So, if you, but if your kidneys are probably already bad, and you know that, and you got diagnosed for that, it probably might be the best thing not to use parsley, because this, parsley then helps to heal the kidney and to flush out the kidneys and flush out any excess and that sort of stuff. But as I said, if your kidneys are already bad, it's probably best to stay away from this. And parsley can be used for so many other things, and that is just a few that I listed there. And you can cook with this parsley in anything that you're doing. You put your parsley in your stews, in your gravies, in your rice, in your garlic butter. I showed you how to make garlic butter, which I will list down below. It is just good for so much things. So I don't want this video to go on too long. So this is my parsley, right? But this is like the dry parsley is dried and crushed, is freeze dried and crushed, and it is so beautiful. And I put this also in my dry rub, my Creole seasoning, which I showed y'all. I did a video of that as well, so I will link that in the description box. I put parsley in it as well, and this is the parsley tincture. You might not be able to see it, that thing, but it has such a beautiful color. It's a beautiful green color, and they probably now saturate, so it needs a little bit more liquid in here. But this, you can use this if you don't feel like drinking tea, because you don't feel like drinking tea all the time. And not only that, the tincture can be added in whatever medicine, whatever formula you're making. You can also make an oil from it, a hair oil. And I told y'all already that the hair oil is good for or you could make a spray, which is a tea, which what we're gonna make now. And you could take some of that when it cool off, and you could spray it on your hair. It's good for dandruff, which is inflammation. It is good for head lice. It is good for things like that, So don't hesitate to use these things. These things are not only for cooking, but they're good for medicine as well. So don't hesitate to use them. And I enjoy bringing this to you because it is just reinforcing a lot of things that I knew and forgot. But the funniest thing about it, a lot of these herbs I'm not finding in a lot of my books. I did find it in this, the Herbal Kitchen. Then I have another book here that I don't think I ever showed you, but this is the Herbal Companion. And this is an awesome book as well. Look at it. I love it. I love when books have pictures. I love pictures because I'm a visual I'm a visual learner. So I like pictures. I like people to show me things in pictures because there are a couple different kinds of learners. And I knew for years that I was a visual one. So I don't want to keep you much longer, but let us, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to put on the water and let it boil. I should have put it on before. And let my tea steep, because parsley is a leaf, so it's so easy. Oh, and I think I did a video showing y'all how I made my parsley plate. So I put it in the dehydrator, I think, but when you could buy them, you don't have to go through all that trouble, because this place that I get the stuff from, the micro ingredients, is really, really good, and I'm not affiliated with them in any way. But we are going to make our tea, and we are going to have a cup of parsley tea today, because I felt as though I had a headache coming on, because I was feeling a little down, so to speak, and I had a little headache coming on, and parsley is good for headaches as well. It helps with headaches. So I am going to make myself a cup of parsley tea. And if you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to ask, because my name, in case I didn't say, did I say? I don't remember. But my name is Annie, and you can send me a message and you can tell me what herb. Just go in your pantry or your herbal cabinet, wherever you have your kitchen herbs, and tell me what herb you want me to do. Okay? So that I don't have to keep coming up with them. So I hope that you enjoy this video, and I thoroughly enjoy bringing it to you. And one thing I want to say is peace, grace, and favor to all of you. Honestly, because in today's day, we need to learn these things, and not only learn these things, but we need to have favor upon our life and protection upon our life, because we don't know one way or next how it's going to be. Just thank the Most High, thank the Spirit for every day that you wake up. Thank Him, thank the Spirit for helping your heart to still beat, helping your feet to walk, helping your hands to move, because we can move our hands. There's some people out there that can't move their hands, so just be thankful and grateful every day for everything, because sometimes I'm just so overwhelmed, and not overwhelmed in a bad way. I feel like, no, I shouldn't say overwhelmed. Overwhelmed is not the word. I am grateful that the Spirit has led me to this point, for me to be doing this, for me to be sharing these things, for me to be sharing these testimonies. I have so much testimonies that I can share with y'all. And I know you'd probably say, oh, stop rambling on. But don't click off, because sometimes the little rambles is what both of us need, is what all of us need. Because I needed this. I needed to talk to my family. So let's get into making our tea now. All right. I am just going to take a approximately 1.5 tablespoons and put it in my teapot. And then what I will do is just pour some water over there and let it steep. I'm just gonna let this steep for about 10 minutes or so, and I will be right back. Oh my gosh, y'all should smell this. This smells so nice. This, I just love my herbs. This smells great. But you see, it is, I haven't put that much water. Let me put some more water because I'm gonna put 2.5 or so, but it's just not going down as fast as I would like it to go down. I would like the water to just go down faster. It smells great. All right, so I'm just gonna let this steep for about 10 minutes or so, and I will be right back. All right, if you wanted it to get darker, you could let it steep for a little longer, but I'm just gonna put a little bit of honey in this. I'm not even using too much honey. And then I'm going to pour my tea in, and then we are gonna have a cup of tea. I hope that y'all having a cup of tea with me. Y'all must be saying that every tea does have the same color. Yeah, I thought this one would be a little greener, but this is, you know, look at this. Look at this tea. Look at this tea. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful and it smells so nice. So let me come back to you and let's have ourselves a cup of tea. So we are here to taste our tea, and I hope that you are taking a cup of tea with me, for those of you that can, because you wouldn't regret it. It's nice. It's nice, but it has, you know I know how it tastes already, but it has that, as people will say, I don't even know how to describe it, a earthy taste, but not earthy taste. And the honey just does it justice. I love the tea. I love this taste. I love this taste. Because normally when I'm doing my tea or my daughter is doing her tea, we do it with fresh parsley. But this one is okay as well. And when I put in my green juice is normally fresh. Well. You know what it tastes like? It tastes like, it gotta taste similar to like some kind of bubble gum. I don't know if it's the honey that has it tasted that way, but it tastes like some kind of bubble gum. So anyway, I'm not gonna keep y'all any longer. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video and that you would make this tea for yourself. And once again, as I always say, continue to let your light shine and spread the love and grace and favor and mercy and all those things to you, because those things are promised to us. So we have to grab on to that promise. So have a great day, and until I see you again next time, Bye.